So Chansiri has put out a better way of communicating to the fans with a Q&A than the fan forum. It clears things up a bit. This is how it should have been done, I think, originally. But it does clear a lot of things up. Let's talk about it. Hello and welcome to the video. You could like, share and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when video goes live and when live streams happen. There'll be a live stream tonight at about 7 o'clock, and we'll be talking about the mental week that has been this week for Wednesday. So let's go straight into this in-depth Q&A with the chairman. Following Tuesday fan forum here, Hilbert and subjective co-founder to the club chairman had conducted an in-house interview to clarify and explain some of his answers. Can you give details why Darren Moore left? First of all, let me make it clear, Darren has nothing to do with our recruitment process. That applied to January transfer window, and the process we will follow this summer had nothing to do with it. Regarding January, we had always had identified target. We got Aidan Flynn over the line very close on one more that down with to bring in. Unfortunately, the club we negotiate changed their mind last minute and we weren't able to complete that deal. My belief is that championship squad in League One, but of course the manager with Tad Squad. I offer my full support as much as I can, and in that case we will recruit as many in this window as we can to help. Our main recruitment drive last time, I believe the squad was good enough for promotion. I asked to the question, do you think fans would agree with Darren leaving? If I clarify more, I said some fans may not. It all depends on personal opinion. The only thing I can add is that it revealed the reason I'm sure if majority would agree why we mutually agreed to separate our ways. So fair enough, we got a bit more clarification on that. Let's go into the new manager situation. We have many appointments from big names to the names who are not so familiar. But it doesn't matter to me the name. The most important thing is that the new manager will be right fit for Sheffield Wednesday. Football is not like any other business. One coach has a great CV while the other risks the opportunities which are true as well. This is football. There is always a risk. But I can assure everyone that I will appoint the best manager I believe for our club. Of course, my preference is to have a manager in play for when the players return. But at the same time, this appointment will not be rushed. It is all about getting the right man for our club, whether that's from the UK or overseas or anywhere in the world. I want a manager who plays attacking football, and it will not be based on money. It will be based on coaching ability and what they can bring right philosophies to Sheffield Wednesday. They must look to improve as a club. So, interestingly, that he said he doesn't want to rush the process, which is fair enough. I understand that. I get that. But ideally, we do need to have the person in by the time the players are back. But better get it right than not rush it, but we'll see. He goes on to say, can you outline the recruitment process once the new manager is in place? I've made it clear once again that the final decision on any players identified 100% with the manager. He has always said that, actually. So we'll give him credit. He will always have the final say every time. The same thing through my time has been the possible will stay the same. Managers work a part of the recruitment team, which peruse a list and basically saying about the list. I will always support the manager in the best way. The work with the team and bring in some of his own players identified as the process is the same. The recruitment team analysts every part of the player, then a decision made from the shortlist. David Down has left the club for personal reasons, but if the head of department leaves any team, that team should be able to move forward following the same process. It's never one person. Interesting. We have some people in the team who can negotiate and we can continue to evolve. The new manager will come and put forward players he wants and maybe some players out. Interesting. Players out. Something we've never really seen about that. I was also... This bit's important. This bit is important. I was also asked on Tuesday once again about the situation and review of Paxo. I'm had to clarify again the same as before. Adam is my personal advisor, my private advisor. That is his position. He is part of the team of all the people in the team important to me. He doesn't mean they are the ones that can influence or make decisions. That is always myself, or the manager, or myself, a chairman. Right? What can you tell us about the budget? The manager will not have a fixed budget. There is more flexibility. Every manager who comes knows about everything about the club before he signs. There are no surprises. We debrief every aspect before appointment, so the manager is across every situation. In my time, if a manager put forward a convincing case for a player, then we will look at the the proposal and decide if it's feasible or not. The player and any other player identical to the final to the manager as chairman. I will always support every manager as they can with that situation. Now we are back in the champion. What is the situation with FFP? Same as every other club, we must work within its FFP. Only one fan asked until they are if we are dealing with free agents, loan player, or player fees. I would say the difference is not always so great. Just because you pay a transfer fee doesn't make that deal for that player better. That means the transfer fee. But loans, for example, the wages can be very high and turn out to be more expensive. Wages can be high on a free transfer as well. Most important part is recruiting players right for Sheffield Wednesday, and that is why we will always achieve, whether it's a transfer fee, a loan fee, or free, we had seen in the past. What is certain that we cannot ingest lots of money into year one, then more into year two, and so on in the championship. That is where it can create problems with FFP in the championship. We have ambition, and we will stay in the framework effort. I have ambition. We all have ambition. I want to get to the Premier League. If we do not have ambition, then what's the point in getting promoted? If we are promoted, we must have ambition, which is my aim to get us there. But I cannot do this by myself. But FF, we need to drive every revenue possible across to make the club sustainable, keeping up with that ambition. So basically, what we basically knew about it, we need to start finding more revenue streams to help with FFP, really. Season tickets. We've phased the season ticket sale for the price of the early bird, starting at $395 on the cop. If it starts low because of loyalty to the fan, and this costs the club over $1 million in potential ticket revenue. For example, prices could be higher at the first phase. Each phase will go up in price. That is normal. There are more price phases, so the rising price is smaller. Each phase is more flexible. Fans make it clear apparently and say thank you for everyone. Sometimes, because of my English, some may catch my word, but it's never my intention to criticise fans. Here we go. Apart from someone and a small minority, as I always say, who consider negative try to cause damage, who am I to always prefer to meet face to face? If anyone buys a season ticket to or a match ticket, or even buys a ticket to your with my heart, I appreciate the fans very much and say thank you to you all. I was asked by a Tuesday the original season ticket 400 would sell 300,000. Is something you could do. My response had been widely reported, but the question itself, but my answer is the same. If we sold 30,000 season tickets, which would possibly would reduce to 400 with the balance refunded immediately, it would sell the number of season tickets, and that is my pledge. Overall, my message is we must drive every revenue possible and compete within the FFP. I've always said the truth because we have a balance. I understand any fan with any issue presents them buying a ticket, and we had different schemes to like B12, which allows to spread it with interest free with a now MasterCard. But not everyone can afford this. This is why I highlighted on Tuesday our community engagement scheme, which has been in place since my first year. I'm happy to have emails this week from fans who wish to join this scheme. If there is help, and our door is always open to it. We continue to do our best for Sheffield Wednesday. All I can ask is our loyal fans do the same as one. We will start the season with a new manager. We will have new players to join the squad, and I'm looking forward to another exciting season. This was much betterly done. This was 1,000 times better. Love this. This is how it should have been done. I think going forward, I think this is the right thing for Chancery to do. I think it gives us clarity. We have clarity now, and I like that. The more clarity. So I love the fact that he wanted to meet with the fans and get interaction, but this does help. This helps a lot. Let me know what you know in the comment section below. I think this helps a little bit more. It does help with what goes next, but yeah, a bit of clarity now. We got a bit more on our answers. Let me know what you think, and the live stream at 7. So another busy video day.